Hello and welcome back to the making of my Defuse map. Today I'm going to be showcasing what I've been doing for the past week. Now for the past week I've been trying to expand the map a bit so that I can so that doesn't feel like a 1v1 map and more like a 5v5 competitive map. I think I kind of overexpanded it, but only playtesting will show. I've been playtesting it quite a bit with my friends these days, and I've been taking suggestions from them. I've been playtesting them with bots first and then with friends, and now I feel like it's worth making a video of. So first things first, I put these barriers here and I removed the supports that were supposed to be made out of wood later on. I don't really like the supports, but so I opted for these barriers. Now first I had fences to be the barrier here, but I decided to put the police barrier here. I think it's much better to have this here. Also, a suggestion from my friends: instead of making it like completely clipped out, I could make it so that you could kill yourself, like here. Now I'm still gonna tweak the killing yourself thing, but one more thing. Because this place isn't clipped out, the bomb can be just chucked into there. So look at this. It comes back to me. Let me just drop this and this. If I try to drop the bomb, it'll just come back. Oh, what? If I try to chuck the bomb, it'll land right back where I was standing. So if I was standing here, it'll just drop here. This way the bots don't have to kill themselves and the terrorists can actually win. Okay, now for the actual changes. Now I'm still gonna fix these fences, but these are also climbable and you can still suicide here. But this initially started as a decoration, but because this is now you can jump over it now, you can now get on top of here. Now I decided to keep this part for grenade throws to A, because there's a little opening here which is really nice and convenient. However, be careful not to suicide here. Well, that's if you don't want to. Now I added a pathway here, like this is like a rough road right now, but I'm still gonna build on that later. And the boat, which I really like it being here. Now I added this route to the castle, which I've put right beside A. I really like it. And yeah, let's check out A. A and B both changed incredibly. I've been changing them and I've been testing them, and now the main goal of changing A and B is to separate them from each other, so that if you want to survive the blast, you can go to the other bomb site without even worrying about taking a single point of damage. Now this part here is ground, but you can't get on top of here by just crouching, jump crouching, or crouch jumping, however the hell you call it. I made it so that it's boostable though, so if you want to boost over here, you can. This part didn't change at all. I never changed it. I've made short so that it's no longer two walkways. It's just one ramp. It's just one ramp that you have to go up. Because I felt like short was a bit too powerful for the T's. So I made it a full ramp like this. And added another pathway from here, from inside the castle. I'll show you the castle later. I moved the bomb site from here to here. So now, as you can see, there's the line that marks the end of the bomb site, and there's the other line. And it goes along the length of the balcony, or whatever you want to call this. I'm still gonna change this part because I'm not exactly happy about it, but whatever. Now this place here didn't exactly change at all. You could still jump above it. And yeah, let's show you the castle. Now the CT spawn here, now they have another route that they can go through, not just A and B. Now they have the castle. They can run up inside the castle. Now the castle is made up of 3 floors, but they're fairly simple. Like, this is the basement, which is full of wine and some camping spots. And this is the basement. This is the 2nd floor, along with the over there by the T's, and this is the 3rd floor, where it has the library and some playing cards on the floor, and you can access the roof here. Now I think I'm gonna change this part here because I feel like it's a bit too powerful, especially because I already have this part over here. But for we're still testing changes. This part is really empty, but I'm gonna make it something later in the future. But we're still testing changes. Everything is minimal in graphics. I just put some decorations to see how it would come out. Okay. I've added tons and tons of boxes. Now here's the 2nd floor, the T side. Now this is where the CTs and Ts actually contest. I made it so that the meeting point is around here. Like, by the time the CTs get around here, the Ts are still inside the room. The Ts, taking this pathway from the boat, they can still suicide here. You can see the boundary of the water though. I'm planning on using the 3D skybox to extend the water a bit so that you can't exactly see what's beyond. Oh yeah, the skybox changed, but I don't know how. I'm gonna change it back later. That'll be later though. Now here leads to the basement as well, the one full of wine. I tried to make it kind of dim, but the lights, they're not exactly good in placement. I felt like I put too many. Although like before it was much worse. Okay. Library, pillars, playing cards, and a pillar in the middle. Now this part here is easily accessible by the CTs, and they can snipe from here. Now I was originally gonna have a full-fledged sniper tower, but I couldn't make it really work. So I'm opting for this instead. 2 boxes for cover, and maybe you could sit in the back a bit. Like, I made, at first it could look into the bomb site and everything, so I thought this was a bit overpowered. So I made it look over the courtyard, like just the courtyard, and I moved the bomb site under the balcony. So now you can kind of defend a site, but not the actual bomb site itself. You can get down here without jumping, and you'll be fine. And I think that's it for A. Yeah, that's it for A. Moving on to B. Actually, no, mid first. Mid, I didn't exactly change it that much. Like, I added a few things. Like, I changed the ladders here, and now they are actual ladders. They're actually climbable and stuff. There's like a little tunnel here that barely fits the player in. Like, I just added this YOLO one day, and I'm kind of happy with how it turned out. Like, it gives another place to hide and be. And yeah, don't judge. So there's this other, there's this tunnel here that you can access, and here's the same. That didn't change. B changed a lot. Now, as you can see here, I added factories, 2 factories. I made them spew quite a bit of smoke. Now the bomb site, I moved it from, it was somewhere here, but I widened this block, and I put the bomb site here. And I kept playtesting it so that you can't plant it over here. Like, you used to be able to plant it over here, but now you can't. And I added this building here, but it's only aesthetic. Like, you can't actually access it. Like, even if you try to boost your teammate, he won't be able to get over the barbed wires. Same thing for here, you can't exactly get above here, because if you jump over here, you see there's nothingness. But I told you that I'll put the skybox, so Yeah, that'll happen. Now T side it changed a lot, but I showed you that. And oh yeah, this part. I moved the squeaky a bit. This part kind of occurred, but I'm kind of happy with how it turned out. Like, I might clip this off a bit, but other than that, whatever. I deepened this area so that it's a more of a viable camping spot. However, camping here is not a good option. Just watch out. Because if you're hiding here, instead of opening this way, it's going to open the other way. So that's a warning. Now, this white area now shows where you can plant. Like I was planning to do the same white thing over there, but I changed my mind. This chalice here, I also made I made it so that the holes are bigger, so that now you can see like this. Like you can see. And I made it a bit higher too, so that grenades and stuff can go through here. You can also see the enemies from here much better. And now this factory here. Now at first I put this factory with it being completely aesthetic, but I decided to put it in the gameplay. So that's what I did. I added a walkway around the back here. You can even hide over here. Or you can make it here. Like, it gives quite a few options for the terrorists and also the counter-terrorists. This way it's not a blind rush. I'm pushing tactics on this map with these few updates. There's also the factory over there, the building, I showcased that. And other than that, that's pretty much it. Now, I'm still changing this map, and I've decided that this map should take place on like either an island or a peninsula or something like that. Like, but the name I'm not completely set on. Like maybe DE Peninsula, DE, whatever. But that's pretty much it for the map. I'm still taking suggestions. I'm playing this with my friends regularly, and I hope you enjoyed this video.